Hello everyone, welcome to Powerline. This is Kaiser here with our friend Jocko, and he's here today to give you a Granblue deck profile.
Chocobo! Hey guys, how's it going? Alright, so for my starter, I like to play Captain Nightkid. Now, for any of you players who want to try out Granblue and you have a different starter in mind, by all means, for this deck, your starter actually doesn't matter. In this meta at this time, it's probably just going to die, so you probably don't even want to rely on it anyway. For my trigger lineup, obviously I go for the basic starting off, 4 heals. I don't necessarily, it doesn't matter whether you use the Doctor or the Ghosty, I just prefer the Ghosty because, well, you know, I like not women in my deck. But then again, I can't because I have to play these beautiful crits. Drawing cards is always good, especially when you're great stuck. Always play them. My other crits I prefer are the Samurais, only because I don't like the way Cannonball looks. So that means, as obviously, for my other trigger lineup is Jimmy the Ghosty. Why I find this funny is because Jimmy's actually my best friend, and this dude always wins me games when I need him. You don't play draws in the deck, and you don't play stands, because you don't need to. You want to go for the kill. For my grade 1 lineup, I start off, obviously, with the 4 perfect cards, the only perfect cards that we have printed so far. $20 a piece, yes? Yes. Then, secondly, I like to go for the Sea Strolling Banshees. I play her at 4 because we want to maximize the output of drawing cards as much as possible. And with this build, you actually get her to a 10k boost because we end up playing Cocytus. Then the next one, obviously, since I said Cocytus, we have Limit Break, so we want to play the Limit Break Enabler to max him out. Now, my grade 1 lineup is a lot smaller than the rest, so actually I'm only playing 13 grade 1s, this being the 13th. I'll show you guys why later, and I'll come back to it. My grade 2 lineup is a little bit unorthodox. Because I find Granblue to be more of a toolboxing kind of clan, I like to play 3 mates. 3 mates are good because when they come back, they kill units, they apply pressure to columns when you bring them back, but you don't necessarily have to pick them, that's why I like them. And secondly, for the revivals, because when cards come back out to the field, you want to give them bonuses. It's good to have these guys out because they swing for 12k by themselves and they can go higher if you let them to. And then for my other grade 2s, I like 2 10Ks just because they're perfect strides. They're perfect to ride because, you know, New York Rush is so strong here and I actually have to compensate, so I play 2 10Ks because they're the best thing to ride in the world. Then actually I only play 10 grade 2s. My other 2, being Secret Tech, are the Ghosts. Only because bringing extra unit packs, I have no cards to actually bring themselves back from the drop zone, not even my grade 2 or any of my grade 2s or grade 1s. So having access to these guys to bring back cards is really helpful. So with my Cocytus build, my grade 3s are actually really interesting. As you see that you saw from my lineup of 1s and 2s, that I am running a lot less than the normal lineup. So that means I am actually indeed in fact running 10 grade 3s. I do not have stride enablers, so obviously I have to compensate for that. My grade 3s are very interesting, and I'll take the walk through you. First, 4 legions. This is the best legion pair we have. Anyone who says otherwise, I'm sorry, is wrong. Our next one, we actually want to ride first at every single game we play, is Cocytus Reverse. Cocytus Reverse is beautiful only because when you first ride him, with the Limit Break Remover, we actually can mill half our deck, while at the same time trying to draw cards from the Banshees. That's the play we always want to make, so that way we have no soul at the end of the turn, but we have a fat hand, which is always beautiful. Then with the Cocytuses, I like to play 2 of the 10Ks, only because sometimes going to 13k base is a good thing, as well as sometimes, honestly he's just stride fodder, but he's good for the stride unit, only because it brings back any Cocytus. So now, hence why, remember this guy I said I'd come back to, he makes 21k columns. Now, for the strides, first off, we have 3 of Cocytus negatives. Cocytus negatives obviously being the reason how we get the full field fast when we stride, which is always the first thing we want to stride into. And then after that, we cycle between striding from after the first Cocytus into this bad guy over here, who ends up killing more cards, bringing cards back, killing more cards to go plus to kill cards back. You end up just toolboxing after a while, which is funny, and of course, obviously, at 1, the Blizza killer.
Now, how do you feel this deck has been testing?
So far, I tested only at one Bengola and I play it a lot casually. At tournaments does pretty good. It's very consistent for its actual play. But it is a risky deck only because when you mill, you have no control over it. So you can't hit your triggers, and it does get a lot of players upset, which in my opinion is another reason why a lot of players complain that Granblue is terrible, only because a lot of other cards who get the same effects Granblue do, they don't have to mill chance at milling their triggers away.
Now, usually I have comments and stuff, but honestly this deck is so solid. I mean, given the small toolbox you kind of have to work with playing Granblue, this is like pretty optimal in my opinion. This is good stuff. You must be excited for the trial deck and all this.
Absolutely, I'm always excited for it. I can't wait. I actually plan on dishing out quite a few packs of cash on it, and I don't mind, and I'm all right with it.
All right, Jocko. Well, thank you very much, and this is Kaiser signing out.